it's Emily Cressey, and today I want to talk with you about one of my favorite topics. It's money! So, I love money. I love accumulating money, I love accumulating assets, but I don't like paying bills. And when we buy a house, a lot of people find themselves getting stretched financially. So there's the question of how much home you can afford, how much down payment are you looking at, and what are your closing costs going to be, plus moving, plus any transitional costs of hotel or double payments if you're still waiting for another property to sell. There's a lot that goes into it, and it can put some people in a tight situation. It's important to plan it out pretty precisely. So I'd like to go over that with you and just see where you are, make sure you've got your numbers dialed in. If you do not have 20% down saved, that's okay. We have some lenders that we work with that are able to get you into a house and even get you a grant for some of the down payment money if you qualify. So there are some things that we can look at there. You don't have to have 20% down. The next thing to look at is what's your monthly payment going to be. There's an acronym, PITI. The first P stands for principal, which is how much money is going to pay down the loan. Every part that's principal is equity for you in your house. Interest is the profit that the bank makes, and typically in the early years, most of your monthly payment is going toward interest. The third thing to look at is T for taxes, and the property taxes here can be quite steep. $1,000 a month is not unheard of. So the taxes on your property are a major thing to look at. And then insurance. So this is any kind of hazard insurance, earthquake, fire insurance, flooding damage, any kind of property insurance for the home and its contents. And that is something that you and your insurance agent will be able to calculate together, but I can give you some ballpark figures. The second thing that you want to look at is your utilities. Clearly, if you've been living in an apartment or a smaller home, your utilities will be less and they will become bigger when you move in. We can get you some data, especially on specific homes. We can ask the seller to give us that information so you have a clear budget for it. And then we also have the idea of closing costs. So when you buy a home, you have to pay the escrow, you have to pay title insurance, you have to get an inspection. There are just some costs that you're going to be responsible for that you have to pay in a big chunk up front. And I want you to be prepared for that so that it's not, that's the money we were going to give for the mover, or that's the money that we were going to pay on our other house because we haven't sold it yet. So if most people buy the nicest home that they can afford, and it's just human nature, we want the best thing we can have. And my goal is to help you get that, but without putting you in a financial bind. So let's talk through the numbers and make sure that you have a clear understanding of where you're going and what that's going to look like financially. I can put you in touch with a number of professionals that I work with to kind of get this organized for you if you need additional information, say from lenders, insurance, that type of thing. So again, this is Emily Cressey. I'd love to connect with you and talk through this with you. My phone number is 206-395-6262, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks.